and write about what happened and come out alive. They all think that we have it so great and that this is the best time of our lives. When people tell me that, I want to puke. If this is the best time of my life, then I should just end it all right now. Oh, Amy, I didn't mean that. I'll start with the way it was. As many as 1 in 9 girls under the age of 18 experience sexual assault sometime in their life. This leads to an increase in mental conditions such as depression and anxiety. In 2019 alone, there were 1.5 million suicide attempts. We come face to face with an experience of this in Amy by Mary Beth Miller. Is it worse lately? What? You know. Say it. I froze, unable to speak. I couldn't face ugly truths. Amy had never really been explicit about what happened in her house. She dropped hints, but she never outright said what was going on. She and her stepmother didn't get along. That I knew. In front of people, her stepmother was as nice as sugar, but I had always known she abused Amy. But now, as I looked into Amy's eyes, her shaking hands, I knew. What do you want to know? The details? No, Amy, I thought she knocked you around, hit you, stuff like that. Well, yeah, she does if I don't do what she says. Amy, don't you want to talk about it? She looked at me out a long time before she fell against me and cried. I rubbed my hands up and down her back, and she rocked with me a while, and then she stiffened. Don't touch me. Her voice came from an inner place I'd never glimpsed. What does she do to you, Amy? Tell me. She needed to say it. Her eyes were hollow, empty of feeling. Nothing that unusual. Lots of girls do it. It helps them when they get married. She sounded strange, young and childlike. Images I never dreamed of tumbled from her lips. Of her stepmother and her so-called games. Games she called it when Amy was young. And then preparation. Now she used threats. That she'd tell Amy's dad about it. That she'd touch her brother like that. Threats that Amy knew were real. And all while her stepmother remained an icon of her church, her community, and her family. No one would believe Amy. Things like that don't happen, especially in families like theirs. There was no physical proof. There wouldn't be anything to test for. Secretions? Probably, but that would need telling. And Amy's empty face told me she was not going to do that. So what do we do? What I've been trying to do all along. Die. My mind always stops when I remember her response. Die. It's too hard to face. I don't have energy for this. Not tonight, not ever. Sleep, I said. I turned off the light and I lay down on the empty bed. I woke to see Amy creeping back into the room. I'm scared. I'm scared. Everything will be fine. I don't think I could have come this far without you as my friend. Will you stay with me tonight? One last time? Something inside of me jerked awake. What do you mean, Amy? One last time? I need to end it. And I can't, not without your help. It's so dark and scary doing it alone. No, Amy, you are my best friend. I'll support you 100%. I can't do it your way. I'm tired of everything. I have to sleep, but you have to stay with me. Stay with me so I can do this. No, Amy, I will not help you kill yourself. I still don't have an exact clue of what she was talking about. Help her slice her wrist? Hold her hand while she did? Watch her die? I checked the bathrooms for razors now. I'm going to the bathroom, as I said as I stood up. Bring me the bottle on the sink. I want to take something. What bottle? Bottle on the sink. Very important. Stepmothers should never leave pills out. Never! Amy started to laugh, a deep, gagging laugh. I raced for the bathroom. The bottle was there. I was almost unaware of the tears as I picked it up. There was no rattle of pills. Amy! She had already taken the pills. I felt devoid of hope. Amy! I needed to get to Amy. I needed to get help. Amy! She wasn't answering. She was lying face down on the bed. I rolled her over and came face to face with despair. A long trail of vomit slithered down the side of the bed. Oh, God! Oh, God, Amy! She didn't respond. How much of the stuff did you take? Answer me! I said answer me! But she didn't. She couldn't. Damn you! Damn you for this! I raised her head, and I tried to support her with my shoulder while I cradled her from behind. That's when her bladder let go. Later, I learned that this is a normal part of death when someone takes sleeping pills. I was screaming, shrieking. I thought someone would hear me. I couldn't let go of Amy. She was gurgling now, and I thought I should lay her down. My screams weren't even making Amy twitch. I screamed on, and eventually, when Amy's eyes were fixed and dilated, when she was cold and blue and filthy and beginning to stiffen up in my arms, someone heard. There was a pounding on the door, but I would have had to let go of Amy to let them in. I quit screaming. I slipped away. I became still, cold, and dead inside. I still feel that way most of the time. I couldn't stay mad at Amy. I want to, but I can't. She is my friend, and she needed me far more than I could give her. I couldn't or wouldn't understand what she needed, but I was scared. It terrified me to imagine her in a coffin and dead and not on the other end of the phone when I needed to talk. So I didn't think it could happen. Friends don't commit suicide. They don't die.